My name's Deirdre Garton, and I am a co-owner of Coovies Grove Restaurant, and we are in the Verona Road corridor. So I am a co-chair along with Tony Prestigiacomo of the Verona Road Business Coalition.
And my name is Cindy Yagi, and I am the project manager for the Verona Road Business Coalition. And I have a business called Economic Development Partners, which is in the corridor as well.
The Verona Road Business Coalition is a group of businesses that exist along the Verona Road corridor in three communities: Madison, Fitchburg, and Verona. We have joined together in our coalition to address some of the challenges that we're facing as a result of the road construction along the Verona Road corridor. This is one of several large projects in the state, but is a little different from some of the other projects because it's in one of the most urban areas that has the biggest impact on businesses along the corridor. So we have gathered together and we are doing a lot of advocacy as well as promotions and marketing for our businesses. Verona Road Business Coalition came together January of 2014. We held a series of meetings of the businesses to just begin talking about this huge construction that was going on and what it is that we thought we might need to do in order to address some of the issues. So we had this series of meetings, probably there were 3 or 4, and then it became clear later on that year that we really needed to get more formalized and more organized. And luckily we were able to bring on Cindy Yagi, who brings a tremendous background in helping businesses in I'll call it a semi-crisis environment to help them navigate the various challenges that we face.
The Verona Road Business Coalition has had a very busy year, I would say. In 2014, some of the milestones that we worked on were really to set the infrastructure in place and to kind of get organized with the businesses all along the Verona Road Coalition corridor. And we have about 150 businesses within the coalition. And they range from large businesses, which include Epic of over 8,500 employees, to mid-sized to small businesses as well. In addition to that, last November, we did do a very important business survey of all the businesses in the Verona Road corridor to find out what were the issues and concerns that were top of mind for them. What were they most concerned about that they would want the coalition to help them with? And 2 of the things that rose right up to the top were, first of all, advocacy with the Wisconsin Department of Transportation as the construction is coming forward, over these next 5 years. And so they wanted to have their voice heard among, the Department of Transportation with access issues, with even the taking of their land. And so they had a lot of issues there that they wanted to have represented and help with. And the second issue was signage. Because of the road construction that's coming up and things, many of them are going to lose their visibility from the Verona Road corridor. And so they were most interested in knowing about what the signage ordinances were for before, during, and after road construction. So based on getting that information, that has provided us with kind of the roadmap of the issues and efforts that are most important and where we should be concentrating the majority of our time and effort. The businesses said that they wanted some seminars and workshops, so we went ahead and we held several what we called best practices workshops. So we brought in other communities that had survived road construction, and they shared with us what their best practices were, basically what they learned that worked during construction and some of the things that didn't work during that construction period. And so we've shared that with our businesses within the corridor, and that's been very helpful as well. And then most recently, we have been involved in helping to get a study commissioned. And it's an economic impact study that looked at what the economic impact would be for the possible delay of the Verona Road construction project due to the cuts in the state's transportation budget. And that study was just released last week, and now we're involved in a ground level letter writing campaign to try to get the contingency bonding released for the transportation projects so that we can keep them on course, on the timeline, on budget, and hopefully not have delays.
The Verona Road Business Coalition is going to be able to help businesses in several ways. One of them is by helping each other out. I think that really is a very valuable and somewhat unexpected result of coming together. We're kind of taking on the extra work that a lot of the businesses are just not able to do. They're running their businesses, they're at it full time, and they don't have time to organize block captains and organize an event and try to think up new promotional campaigns. But the Verona Road Business Coalition can do that for them. So that, I think, is a very valuable service that we can provide to businesses.
There are many ways to get involved. We obviously have committees that anybody can get involved in. We have a logistics committee, which is our liaison with the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. So if you're interested in logistical things and what's going on with the road construction, that might be a way to get involved. We also have a marketing committee that's very, very active, and they're the committee that works with us on the events and the marketing and promotional efforts, and certainly we can always use help with that committee. And there's also a community outreach committee as well. So that's the outreach to the various neighborhood organizations and residents within and along the corridor. In addition to that, too, there's a lot of ways of communicating with the coalition and getting involved that way and bringing forward your concerns and issues, and certainly being involved with us that way. So there's any number of ways to get involved, and again, we're very inclusive with our efforts. We had a lot of good help with one of our sponsors to help us develop a website. So we now have the Verona Road .info website where businesses and our constituents can go for up-to-date information on traffic and access issues, alternate routes. There's a great toolkit out there for our businesses to help them with their marketing, with some of the advocacy issues we've been talking about. So we've got just a wealth of information out there.